we're doing something we haven't done in a long time, which is take the ferry boat to the Magic Kingdom. Good morning, and welcome to our one day, not even a full day, Disney adventure. Got my annual pass back. I had the distance I needed to really miss going to the parks, so here we are. And we're taking a cruise starting tomorrow, so we're only doing one day here, and then we're gonna drive up to Tampa tonight, stay overnight, and then hop on the cruise. But so we have a car this time, rental car, because we're gonna drive to Tampa, which means that we couldn't just take a bus in directly to the Magic Kingdom from a resort like we usually do. We're back to taking the transportation from the Transportation and Ticket Center. And today we're gonna take the boat because we have nothing but time to kill right now. It's September, but it's Halloween time at Disney World. And so here's some of the merchandise. Mickey Halloween pumpkin. These are 20 bucks. Some ears for 35. Just want to kind of give you a closer look at those. Sort of a candy corn colored child spirit jersey. Halloween countdown calendars, I think that's what it is. Yeah, countdown calendar. Those look like light up Mickey pumpkins. Yeah, you can light them up. Or there's a light in them. 60 bucks. Seems like a lot for that. Smaller light up pumpkins. More of the same over here. There's a candy corn colored tumbler. That's 50 bucks. Some plushes, more shirts, some hats, and some drink mixes. Those look like they're all like cider drinks. And then candy tins. And there's candy in these, candy corn, looks like. And then some Rice Krispie sucker treats kind of thing. Let's check the other side of this. Okay, we got some popcorn. These are candy. Yep, those are the candy corn things again. Some ornaments that you can hang. And oh, there's a bunch over here too. Pretty cool backpack, actually. I like that. Josh is modeling the
adorable,
Mickey. Oh, I do like that.
I would say that's
quite a bit.
I like a lot of the Halloween stuff.
This is like an actual like
sweater.
Yeah, it's knitted. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like a knitted. I'm sure it's machine knitted, but it's actually feels real comfortable.
What is this? I'm gonna say 70.
70.
So good at Disney prices.
Yeah. Tank top.
Up there in color. Oh, that's cool. That's the black and white version.
And then there's the black and white version that Josh was just holding up, and that's a mini one. Different kinds of ears. Different T-shirt. Stitch one.
So this is the sweater.
Ooh, that's really cool.
It's like it's that
oh,
same
okay.
sweater
So it's the same design that's on the sweater,
that's
but it's
cool.
done as a shirt.
Pumpkin patch.
Ooh, that's a nice shirt.
More Stitch, because.
And more T-shirts. We saw those hats already. Some plushes, including a Stitch plush, and of course it's Hocus Pocus stuff because they do own it. So yeah, I really like that quite a bit.
Minnie as Winnie.
And kind of a stylized version of them down here. Another sweatshirt. We saw those before. Here's some Joffrey's coffee. A crisp rice Binks treat. This is
chocolate bar?
Oh yeah, I think so. Milk chocolate with popping candy. Ugh.
First of all, the label though is gorgeous. I love.
Well, yeah,
the
yeah,
design.
it's
I
a great
love this
design, but I don't know if I want my
sharp.
chocolate to be fizzy in a mug. There's always mugs.
There's like two sides to it.
If I ever got a T-shirt made, it would be "There's always mugs." And yeah, I really like this. That is so cool. I'd like to find that in a zip up. It's been since the end of January that we've been to Disney World. We decided to take part of a year off to just go to other places. So we've done other trips, both domestic and international. And we wanted to give ourselves a little bit, well, I did. Josh wasn't as much, but I wanted to give myself a little distance from Disney. And, you know, I know some people never get to go here at all. So I get what I'm saying is privileged, but we had just been going so much that by the time we were going again, I wasn't really like missing it. Like I was happy to be on vacation, but I wasn't that excited to come here. And so I realized that I needed to take a break for a little while, and I did. And now I started to miss it. You know, the Halloween stuff is coming up, and then the Christmas stuff, and I started to miss that. And I did the things I wanted to do in the meantime, and so now here we are back. I got my annual pass. Josh re-upped his, and so we'll keep coming every few months or so. Do some more videos here. Enjoy Florida again. The weather today is going to be hot. It's September, what is today's date? Sorry for the finger. 18th? No, 19th. Yes, 19th. And is that right? Yes, 19th. Jeez, I'm sorry. Great video, folks. September 19th. As I'm getting older, the small numbers on my watch are starting to become harder and harder to read. I have to start doing the trombone, right, where you have to push things out a little bit further. That's a term I picked up from Josh's dad. Anyway, so we're back now. We're at the Starbucks. We rented a car, as I was mentioning earlier, because we're going to drive up to Tampa, stay overnight, and then take a cruise from there. So watch out for the cruise videos following this up. It's a cruise line we've never done before, Margaritaville at Sea.
It's time to make your way to Cinderella Castle for a very special presentation. Thank you.
First ride of the day is Haunted Mansion.
Kindly step all the way in, please, and make room for everyone. There's no turning back now.
Away from the chamber walls at this time, please.
Your cadaverous pallor betrays an aura. Almost as though you sense a disquieting metamorphosis.
Like this dude in here.
Is this haunted room
I
actually
like when the cast members really get into it.
Or is it your imagination? And consider this dismaying observation.
He's in his
This
plumas.
chamber
How inappropriate.
has no windows and no doors. Which offers you this chilling challenge to find a way out. Of course, there's always my way. Frightfully sensitive. He is well stocked with priceless first editions and marble busts of the greatest ghost writers the literary world has ever known. They have all retired here to the Haunted Mansion. If you should decide to join us, final arrangements may be made at the end of the night.
Somewhere beyond. Goblins and ghoulies from last Halloween. Awaken the spirits with your tambourine. Crazies and crawlies, toads in a pond. Let there be music from regions beyond.
The ride has stopped, but this is a pretty good room for the ride to stop in. I think this or the ballroom are great places to get stopped if the ride stops.
Wherever you dwell, give us a hint by ringing a bell.
We stopped again for a bit, but now we're back. I've always thought that was cool. It stopped again. Although this is a great place to be stopped. They accomplish these illusions with a trick called Pepper's Ghost, which is a very old illusion. Essentially, even though we're looking over a railing, there's actually a very big like window here, just very clean kind of window. And so, you know how you have like ghost images if you're like looking in a window outside and somebody inside? It's that kind of effect that they use to do here. So like those dancers, for example, are beneath us, and so they're talking. So beneath us, but you can see them because they're essentially we're seeing their reflections. Same thing over here, like the people that appear and disappear, they just turn on the light or turn off the light, and we either see them or we don't. Chicka boom, chicka boom, chicka boom, chicka boom, 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 chicka boom, chicka. And we've fallen out the window, and now we're outside, so you can see the stars. There are now trees, and soon we'll be in the graveyard. And there's the gravedigger and his dog. You can barely see the dog. The dog is scared out of his mind, but that owl up there and those cats over here, they're totally loving it. Oh, I wonder if the two figures are back. We'll see soon. Yes, they are back. Those figures sitting there have been missing for a long time. Ooh, which ghost will we get?
They'll haunt you until you return.
Ah, my head. Oh. Chip and Dale are just out and about, walking around, saying hi. I think they're walking off backstage. We're heading over to Big Thunder Mountain. So, there's going to be a big change coming to Disney World. Actually, there's been a big change since we came here, and that's the Tiana ride. The Splash Mountain has become Tiana's Bayou Adventure, I think the name of it is. We're looking forward to trying that, but not on this trip because we don't want to be wet when we're trying to get in the rental car and drive back. If we were staying here, that'd be different. So anyway, another big change that's coming is they are going to be getting rid of and replacing with, or they're getting rid of the island here, and I guess the water, and therefore like the boat and everything, which is incredibly iconic. So I'm kind of surprised they're doing it, but they're going to turn this into a Cars land. So there's some details about that online. Now we'll see if it happens, right? Disney announces things all the time, and then some of them never end up happening, while others do. So there's no way to know, but it just kind of depends on how things bear out. But I kind of get it. Like, Josh and I have been to the island, but gosh, maybe twice or three times out of the entire times we've been coming here. So I just don't think that's well used. And so they're going to replace it. And there's always an outrage of people of traditionalists who don't want things to change. Walt always wanted things to change. I think this is a pretty drastic change though, so I can see why people are mad about this one. But at the same time, if they're so mad, then they can go out there and use it rather than having a lot of real estate that is only used by, 10% of the guests maybe. So they decided maybe there's a better use for it. And that's where Cars Land is coming in. because we hadn't been back in a while, Josh and I decided that we really wanted to come here and enjoy the ambiance, and if we rode some rides, great. But it all depended on how busy it was going to be. So far we've ridden 2, and we're heading to Pirates, which according to the app only has a 5-minute wait, so that's a walk-on. So that'll be 3 rides. We're meeting some friends. By remarkable coincidence, my best friend from high school, his name's Dan, is here with some of his family and friends. He lives in Texas now. I still live in Colorado. And we realized when we were making our plans, because we're friends on the My Disney Experience app, that they had plans for the same day. And so I contacted him and was like, "Gonna be there?" And he said yes. And so they graciously added us to their reservation for lunch at Le Cellier over in Epcot. So we're gonna join them. That's at 12:15, which is still a few hours from now. We're getting a lot done in a short amount of time. We haven't decided if we're gonna come back here after going over there. And we have to decide because we're either gonna take the monorail over and then take it back to the car, or back here and then to the car later, or we're just gonna drive the car over there and then leave from there. I guess it depends on how much we get done here before we make that determination. So we'll let you know, but we will have at least a brief stint in Epcot to see some old friends. Now we be doing Pirates of the Caribbean. And I'll stop talking like that, it's a hate crime. All right. Whew. Yeah, this is pretty much a walkout. Like we're not having to do the switchbacks out here. Now, even though this is outdoors, it's air conditioned and it feels wonderful. It's gonna be a hot and humid day. You know, well, everything's humid compared to where we are in Colorado, but our skin looks great. Not as dry as it always is when we're in Colorado, so it feels good right now, but it makes us very sweaty and kind of gross. And then you walk in the air conditioning and it's freezing, right? Like it's too hot outside and it's too cold inside. Yeah, this is mostly going to be a walk-on, I think. We just have to walk through. A few people in front of us. We definitely are going to do the People Mover, so we're probably going to head there after this. We didn't do a lot of research because this was sort of a last-minute thing. I think that the Jungle Cruise may be down because it's not listed on the tip board at all, and I can't find wait times for it. So I think it is just like maybe being refurbished or something. But that's okay. The line on that probably would have been 60 minutes by this point, and we weren't going to do it. But the People Mover is never that bad. So we're kind of doing the greatest hits today, things that we just really enjoy doing, the ones that are iconic to us. And whatever we get done, we get done. Always take a look to the right. You can see that ship over there with the clouds being projected on it. And this was a walk-on. We pretty much just got on like the very next boat that came up. Love this rock that looks like a skull, but then as you go past it, it's just rock formations. Like the little minor animatronics, right? Like the little Krabby moves and little birdie up there moves. It's not the most impressive animatronics, but it's better than a static scene. Here we go down the single waterfall. A little water on me, but not too bad. It's always the cannonballs that get me. There's always that one last one that splashes me. Ooh. Oh, cool! Our magic bands are reacting. Like there's a shooting going on. I like those little things the magic band does.
Of the American
Ah! Cannonball. Not too bad. Josh might have gotten it worse.
Where are we cutting Jack Sparrow? Speak up! Or do you fancy a swim with Davy Jones?
I usually show this side of this scene, but there are animatronics over here that they're actually auctioning to, and they're a motley assorted of pirates, as well as those guys up there.
Quit your clucking. The gentlemen want the rum. Don't ya, boy?
Behold, and the treasure map and the key as well. What I wouldn't give to see the look on Captain Jack Sparrow's face when he hears that it's only me what's got the goods.
A toast to piracy and its many shiny rewards.
Sometimes when you walk through the hub, there's a show going on.
What's your dream, my little snapping friend?
Ooh, talking Donald.
What about you?
I've always wanted to try new things and make new friends.
Those are beautiful dreams.
My differences are really bad at school.
College brutal sadistic and will test you up in this shit.
Heading into Tomorrowland to do the People Mover. This is the first time we've been here since they removed the virtual queue for Tron. So you can get in a standby line if you want to now, where you couldn't before. Last I looked, it was at 100 minutes, which actually isn't terrible, but it's more than I would be willing to wait for that ride. Or you can buy essentially a lightning lane. I think it was 20 bucks. I looked earlier. We wouldn't have done it. I was just trying to look, but it was 20 or 25, something like that. And then you could pick a time, but it said that they were all currently unavailable, which means that they've been sold out at $20 a pop, essentially. So making money off of that. There are certain rides that are where you can buy a lightning lane, the popular ones. In this park, it's Tron and I think Peter Pan, although that's not as much, and the Seven Dwarf Mine Train. In Epcot, for example, there's the Guardians ride, and that is still a virtual queue, so there is no standby for that as far as I know. But yes, it's Tomorrowland, everybody. Nice and busy. There's the Carousel of Progress over there. People Movers here. Oh yeah, that line is nothing. That is awesome. So we're gonna get in that and take a tour around Tomorrowland. Oh wow, we're in the front of our car. The other car just went off that way. It's hard to tell when you're like standing in line where the like break is between cars. There's people coming back. Their journey is ending. Our journey is just beginning. And soon, 4 or 5 minutes later, we'll be replaced by new journeyers as well.
This is the TTA Blue Line, non-stop service around Florida.
Not a lot going in Tomorrowland right now. I mean, Big Thunder, she's Space Mountain over there, and then Tron's back there. I already told you Tron's at 100 minutes, so there's a lot going on back there.
Greetings, intergalactic travelers. Welcome aboard the People Mover, presented by Enterprise. I'm Borak 5, your guide aboard this highway in the sky. The absolute best way to see
You can see the People Mover over there. Yeah, it takes you on a tour of Tomorrowland.
From spacecraft to monster labs, there's really nothing like today in Tomorrowland.
Astral Orbiter.
For your safety, if you have wings, jetpacks, or gravity polarizers, please do not take flight while on board. Thank you.
People walking through the entrance that we just walked in a bit ago.
Next station is Tomorrowland Earth.
Good view of the castle, but we get a great one later.
Right by two of my favorite spots. Walt Disney's amazing dream for a community of tomorrow. Did you know Progress City inspired Epcot? And a lot of the visionary ideas throughout Walt Disney World in the galaxy.
Star Traders.
Stars. Those are the moments.
When I'm in that store, I never think to look up and look at the People Mover. Anti-gravities. Oh, there was something in anti-gravities we wanted. There's a sweet corn ice cream. We're going to hit that after this. Since we're only here one day, if we want to try any of the seasonal treats, then we have to do it today. I normally would not be having ice cream at like 10:30 in the morning, but something to do, or something to try that we wouldn't otherwise be able to try if we don't get it now. And the Tomorrowland Speedway. I actually like the Speedway. I know it's not really meant for people my age, but it is a lot of fun. And there's Tron over there. Oh, there's one going. And we'll be passing another group. Let's see how many people I can get to wave. Yay! One person. And now we visit Space Mountain. We just go through it. It's very dark. Actually, this camera pulls in a lot of light. It's a lot lighter in my camera than it actually is in real life. Of course, I'm saying that while wearing my sunglasses like an idiot. So the carts, the actual carts for Space Mountain are going up on our left and our right. And this is Starport 75 because that's when this ride came around. In Disneyland, it's Starport 77, I think. Came out 2 years later. And it is better in Disneyland. Fight me. Can you see the stars going here?
We must go to space.
There's a window to Space Mountain. I'm not sure if you can see any of it. But there are people enjoying the roller coasters. I'm expecting more screaming. There's a little bit. Astral Orbiter up there.
Astral Orbiter, our celestial symbol of interplanetary harmony and fellowship. Hop aboard and launch high above Tomorrowland for a spin amongst the planets.
The very popular Joffrey's coffee ride this early in the morning.
Space Mountain is 20 minutes.
Wow, Josh just said Space Mountain is 20 minutes. That's crazy.
We need to come at this time of the year more.
Should we go ride Space Mountain? We don't really love Space Mountain, but it's 20 minutes.
It's better in California.
Yeah. So Carousel of Progress is pretty cool, but we only do it like, what do you say, once every fourth time or
That's about
so?
right.
Yeah. Like, it's a great place to go if it's a hot day and you want to do some air conditioning because it is a fairly longish show. And it is a fun show. We enjoy watching it every time we do. But sometimes we fall asleep in it, so if you're going to take a nap, that's not a bad place to do it in the cold. Just, you know, be sure you can't stay there, right? Like, once the show is over, you have to leave. But it is a nice place to kind of sit down and rest while still enjoying a show on a hot day. And then Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blasters are over there. Actually, I'm not sure what they're called here. Space Blasters or something? Anyway, it's a shoot 'em up game. Here's where you come out to that great view of the castle.
Mike Wazowski has brought in some real monsters of comedy. Whether you have one eye or nine, take the time to see this show.
And we're winding down. Straight ahead is where we'll get off on our little circular platform. It's a continuously loading ride. It essentially comes to a round platform, and once it's there, it's a lot slower, so you get onto it as it's moving and get off of it as it's moving. So they can keep it going, which is why the line is never that bad, because it does continuously run. Although they can stop it if they need to for somebody who has trouble transferring from, say, a wheelchair to the ride. But yeah, the People Mover and a sea of strollers. And these people are just beginning their ride.
This is the TTA Blue Line.
They just told Josh that they just started their shift, so the soft serve may be a little soft, a little more soft than soft serve should be. We haven't tried it yet though, so let's see what we think. Here we go. I like it. Yeah, I really do. It reminds me of a flavor. Maybe that flavor is corn. I was afraid it'd be too sweet, too like candy corny. It's not. It's like sweet corny. Yeah. Let's let Josh have a try and see what he thinks.
It's corny.
Yeah, right? Like it's good.
Quite good.
Yeah, I think it's great. I mean, I like sweet corn. Like they had a sweet corn cake here one time that was available. I think it was around, and it actually was made in a pan that looked like corn. So it actually looked like a corn cob, or a corn on the cob, and it was just a corn cake, and it was just delicious. But you know, we have things like cornbread and stuff. Having corn flavored sweet stuff is not that unusual. Dapper Dans are going by. We are on Main Street because we are on our way out to head to Epcot. We decided we actually have done enough here. We did more than we thought we were going to be able to, and it was only been an hour and about 40 minutes since it opened. Not since we came in, but since we were able to actually go into the park and ride rides. And so we're going to head over to Epcot now. We are going to take the car with us. So no monorail on this trip, but that's okay. We have ridden the monorail many, many times. But we do want to hit the Emporium to see if we can find a magnet for this year. Last time we were here was in January, and they didn't have any 2024 ones. And honestly, the year magnets are starting to become harder to find. Every year we could find one, and now it's a bit of a trick. So I don't know if they're phasing those out or not, but we're going to check. We also want to get a calendar. So we're going to search the Emporium for those. So we come out of the Emporium, and the Dapper Dans are hanging out here. So they must have done a loop around and then came back. So they're clearly following us. But we are follow-worthy, which is my very unsubtle way to like and subscribe. I don't usually do that in my videos, but it would be nice if you liked and subscribed my videos. One of my favorite things about the Halloween time is the See You Real Soon made of pumpkins up there. The See You Real Soon sign is lit up at night, like, you know, jack-o'-lanterns typically are, but not right now, obviously, because it's very, very bright. And we wouldn't even be able to see them. But we are now heading out, head over to Epcot to meet with our friends. So thank you for joining us in Magic Kingdom today. It's been a long time. Ooh, it's very bright, hold on. It's been a long time. It's been, like I said, since late January, when we actually came with my friend Dan previous to this, so that's actually kind of funny. It's being bookended. And we will be back in November. Now that my annual pass is back, we're going to be here for like an actual full trip of 4 days. And we may have some friends visiting at that same time too. Again, by coincidence, different friends, but by completely odd coincidence, they're planning a trip right at the same time we are. So it will be awesome to see them. So thank you for joining us. Sorry, Josh was trying to get my attention, but it will be awesome to see them because they also live in Texas and we haven't seen them in a while. So thanks for joining us on our tour through Magic Kingdom. See you in the next video.